Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live. So, my name is Hilltop. I'm doing a live sip and paint with you all today. Well, anyway, we still good? All right. So like I said, we're going live with me tonight, and tonight's theme is survival. So, of course, it's also Women's History Month, and I was thinking Destiny's Child, survival. That's what we're going to do tonight. So, this is what we're going for. Of course, everybody can customize theirs to their own delight, but I'm going to show you how to at least get here. I know that prior to tonight, I told you all that we can do paint or color pencil, markers. We can do all of that. I'm going to do the same techniques no matter what. I'm going to start off with my top coat, which is whatever my background color is going to be up here at the top. I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to spit it at myself first. I am going to do orange for my top color on this canvas here so you guys can see what it's going to look like. And I'm going to still do the same green for the bottom since we're going for the whole camo, I'm a survivor type of thing. And keep on going. All right. So you guys can see I literally just top, bottom, two different colors. We're going to mix them together and find some type of medium in the middle. Start you all off this way. And the sooner you get your base coat on, the better, because that's going to need to dry. Ooh, I'm getting paint on everything. I think I've put a little too much paint on my canvas. But yeah, the sooner we get this base color on, then everything can dry so that we can start putting on however many of the Destiny's Childs we are including. I have a mom and a sister, so I decided to go with the three women, go Powerpuff Girls version with it because they are the most important to me. And as we've been in this pandemic, I've learned to rely on my family a whole lot more. So that's where I'm going with this one. But you guys are more than welcome to Beyonce it up and just go solo. Because it could be you and only you who you felt really did a lot of surviving this year. And that is okay. You can be just Beyonce on this canvas. So like I said, we're just gonna split these two colors up like that. Get the sides a little bit. That way when you go to hang it on the wall, you don't have the white sides. Okay, so once you get to that middle side where you're about to get to that place where you're blending colors, that's when I like to start adding texture to this canvas. I have a little extra paint on my brush, so I'm just gonna start brushing this way, the same way that grass would grow in this. Ooh, I'm getting paint on me, but that's okay, I'm used to it. So yeah, I just start to add a little texture by adding a little grass this way. Move it up. Now you see we've got little sprigs of grass in there. Because even though it's not spring yet, we have survived and the spring is coming. The grass is growing. So we just add a little bit of texture in here so we have some grass. So that's where we are right now. We're gonna let this thing dry. I got a little bit of paint on me, so I'm gonna just rub that extra paint off. I've had this, I was just telling Malachi here that I've had this paint board for about 2 years, and I've just been collecting paint, as you can see, and that's fine. I don't get rid of it. I've actually got a bigger board than this at home, and I've had that one for about 5 years. I use that one for my bigger canvases. But yeah, so I'm gonna let that dry, and you guys are gonna let that dry, and it's gonna end up coming out to whatever background we've got here going on. Put this down here now that we've let that go. So while we're letting that dry, this is around the time that we can think about really, what exactly we're putting on our canvas. Like I said, I decided to go with all three of the lovely ladies of Destiny's Child just because I'm gonna bring this back to my mom and my sister, have something a little family related, because was not always close with my family, and this pandemic has definitely brought us much closer together. I rely on talking to them majority of the day. I've gotten to the point where I've actually had a question of the day from my mom basically every day. Pretty sure she's irritated with me, but it's okay. Uh, and I love to check in on my sister. I actually went down to Florida where my sister lives, and I stayed with her for about 2 weeks during the pandemic, and that was great. Nice, beautiful weather. But yeah, so while your canvas is drying, like I said, we're just going to think about what we want in the background. I'm doing three. I was thinking at first that I might do a solo Beyonce and kind of have her just sitting in the background, maybe throw some camouflage in the background, spice it up. But again, I decided to go with my three leading ladies. So from there, like I said, I loaded that canvas up with a whole bunch of paint, so it's still drying. I'm going to show you all exactly how to draw these pretty ladies. So I didn't start you all off correctly. If you guys have a chance, while your paint is drying, why don't you go grab yourself a cup of water so you can brush your paint, wash your paint cups, wash your paint cups, wash your paint brushes. So that's what you want. Just a plastic cup. If you're using paint, that's the way to go. You just want to wash your paint off. And if you have the option of having a smaller brush, I used a pretty big brush for my background just so I could get that color on real fast for you all, so I could show you all what was going to happen. But if you have the option of a smaller brush, that would be perfect for the next task of drawing on these heads and figures. What's up, little man? This is my baby boomer. Oh, I'm about to get paint all over you, young man. I love you too. All right. So hopefully everybody's canvas has had a chance to dry. And I'm going to use a different color paint just because I'm using it on a white canvas already. But because you've already put a color on your canvas, you're going to want to bring the color back to the figure that's going to be sitting in the foreground. So we're just going to paint a white figurine in the background. In the forefront. Like I said, I'm going to use a different color just so you all can see what I'm doing. Add some pink to my palette of many colors. I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds to let your canvas dry, because I know that's gonna take a few moments to let it dry, especially so that you can put your next layer on there. So I can give you guys a chance to go grab your drinks so that you can sip while we're painting. Wine, beer. Beer is my personal choice when I was when I was able to drink. I've cut myself off, but I'm a IPA girl. I love a good IPA. Right. All right, so I'm gonna get started with the figurines. I personally like to start with the head just because in a canvas like this, you kind of want to know exactly how tall your person is going to be. I knew that I wanted my person to be just a little bit slightly taller than the halfway mark so that I could get the whole body in. So with that being said, I'm just going to take this figurine and I'm probably going to start about 3/4 of the way on the canvas just because I have a square canvas and a shorter one. I'm just going to put her head about here. Just a regular circle, nothing too serious. Homer, I love you too. If anybody's like me, since the pandemic, their pups have gone a little crazy and I actually can't leave the house without him. And he gets upset with me when I leave the house. So yeah, so we have our little circle. And we're just going to bring the neck right on down. We can add details later, but we're just literally just going to take the brush and bring that neck right on down. So if you think about our torsos, our tops, it's just a square with a little bit of hips. We know Beyonce's got her nice sumptuous hips, so we're just going to start off with a little T action and bring it in. Almost like a little, almost even like a vase. So again, we made a T and then brought the edges in. And then from there, we're going to make a sad face or a hump, a camel hump. We need to make some hips. Just a little bit. Nothing too serious. It just depends on how Beyonce you want to be. And then you can just fill that in as such. And from there, we're going to add in her legs. Now, I decided since I did 3 that I was going to bring her legs out so that they could be in a type of pose. I still wanted them to fit all 3 on canvas. So you can figure out the stance of your girl as no matter what you want to do. I'm still going to bring the hips. I'm still going to do the same stance just to show that to you, because if you want to do something else, I can show you that too. So the first one I'm going to show is with the legs out. We're going to make 2 ovals, one leaning out of each of the circles, and you can use your upside down U to guide you to make these 2 little balloon animal circles. And then from there, you're going to do the same thing, just kind of smaller. And I like to try and taper the bottom of it just to, we don't want to make our ankles too large. So I'm just going to do that again. She's kind of cute. Still working on it. And feet are always awkward. So what I do is I like to make a triangle that's leaning out. And since we're probably going to put a heel on it, we'll just give her a little extra oomph right there. And again, that's just a triangle with a little extra oomph. So those are our legs. And again, we've got different poses. I'm going to still give her that classic Beyonce pose of her holding her waist and letting everybody know that she's the queen of the world. So I'm going to bring one shoulder out and the second shoulder out, and these are just little cylinder shapes. And then we're going to do it again, except we're going to bring it back in. Right there over the little hump where we put the camel-shaped hump for the hips. And now you've got a Beyonce stance figurine. She's kind of cute. I might have made her stance a little wide, but I'm also looking at you and not her. She's kind of cute. So yeah, we're just gonna let her dry, and if you decide to do another person, I'm going to show you one with maybe like the legs up doing the I'm a survivor salute. So we can do another one. Let's make her a little bit taller since she's gonna be standing straight up. So that's just another circle for the heads. Back to that neck, same thing. And there's that T that we were talking about again, and we bring in the sides. Yeah, let's snatch the waist. There's that hump. So all of that is going to start no matter what, at the top no matter what. Now from there, since we want to do the survivor pose and the legs together, we don't really need to do too much work. We're just going to make like a little U to a little W. Doop, doop. I'm going to paint those in. And just bring it back down again. 2 more circles, little ovals. And for when you're standing forward, instead of the foot coming out as a side triangle, you want to bring it out as a real triangle so that you can see that that person has feet. All right. Arm, we're just going to add that arm back in. And this arm, we're going to do the same as this arm. So there's your shoulder. And there's your forearm. But this arm is going to go like this. So we've got one coming out here and one up there. Oh, it's my mama. She must know I was talking about her. She normally knows. All right. So that's another one. Let's see. What's another pose they did in Survivor? What was another pose they did in Survivor? They had this, and then there's like the classic Beyonce pose where she's standing and holding her hips. Who else does a pose? Nobody? Nobody else.
All I'm thinking about is the Charlie's
Oh, Charlie's Angels. Okay, we could do Charlie's Angels. We could do Charlie's Angels. Let's start off with our circle again for our head. And again, I normally made the people in the back just a little bit taller just so you had the option to do whatever type of style of footing you wanted to do with each of your characters. So we've got our circle. Here we go back down with that neck, T shape, fill it in for that vase hourglass figure. Upside down hump for the hips, and we can fill that in. let's see. We said that we were going to bring, oh, we said we were going to bring her off to the side. I didn't even think about that, guys. All right. We can still keep her as she is. We might just want to add a little more backside on one side of that upside hump. And since we're going to do that, let's just take that hump and make one thigh out of it. Fill that in. Bottom half of the thigh, let's just keep it straight down and throw that foot in. We can get fancy with the foot later. The other one, we're going to bring back behind so that we can see that she's kind of standing on her side a little bit. So we're just going to overlap our circles. You okay, little boom? And throw in that extra foot. And since we're Charlie's angeling it, that means that one has to go over the other. So we're just going to bring that arm right over here like this and up. And this arm is going to do the same thing and go up. And we can both hold, you know, we'll fix their hands later. Maybe not a gun. Maybe we hold peace. But yes, so that's how you're going to paint in your figurines so that you can get to where we are here. And once we get to this area, this is when we get to have the most fun. I'll leave those up here for a little while so that people can see both options. They're kind of cute. They look like balloon animals. All right. So I'll leave that here. So now we are here. We've got our background, which is down here. And we painted these lovely ladies on top of our background so that we can really start getting into the groove of Beyonce and her lovely ladies. Destiny's Child it up.
What's up, Bill?
What's up, Carrie? I'm surrounded by beautiful artwork. I love it. Inspired. Okay. So when we paint those ladies, majority of the time, they're probably going to dry pretty fast, so we can really start getting straight into what we want to do. I love some color, so you probably won't see any of them be brown, but you are more than welcome to paint any of your characters any way that you want. I'm going to go straight in with whatever paint that I have here on my palette. I had pink ladies here, so I'm going to start off with a pink lady here. So now, like I said, you wanted to use white or any other substantial color so that it would stand out on your canvas. I'm just going to go back in and add some color to this lady. Kind of feeling like she could be pink.
Frankie said she's gonna play Survivor by Destiny's Child. That's why she does this.
As you should. I love it. I actually think that I might make all of them pink and kind of go kind of robotic vibes with it. I'm gonna go pink. So Yeah, this is when you get to really, show your individuality and paint them the way that you want. You can make them whatever color you want. You can have them wearing whatever you want. I'm thinking kind of something sexy for some of my ladies and then something a little more simple. I'm gonna grab some blue paint for, I guess, maybe Michelle. Maybe this is Michelle. This is all acrylic. And I guess that is a point to make. This is acrylic. If you were to be using oil paint dries extremely slow. I mean, extremely slow. Oil paint might not ever dry on you. So if you are using oil paint, then as far as your layers go, I would suggest just building layers and taking whatever color you had in the background and taking it and mixing it even with your forefront color to make whatever color that you're gonna do, unless you plan on letting it dry. And that's something that you could do. You could just watch these steps and come back to it when that first layer dries. So yeah, so I'm just keep going with my Energizer Bunny Destiny. I think this is Michelle. I feel like this could be Michelle. All right. Come on, Michelle. I'm thinking that for Michelle, I'm gonna give her her little hand. Cute little hand. Just something simple. Nothing too serious. We don't have to get too detailed. She's kind of cute. Let's give her a little bodysuit. Bodysuit. If there's one thing I know, that every girl loves a good bodysuit because we like one outfit things. I don't want to have to try and figure out my pants and my shirt. If it all comes together, it's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna just start throwing that on. And we have, she almost looks like an aviator, and that's fine. I like blue. All right. Did you ever watch Kim Possible?
You know, I was more of a Nickelodeon kid growing up. I got some Disney Channel shows, but I was more so on there.
I think I think the reason I liked Kim Possible was because they had a naked mole rat that wanted to rap, and the bad guys, Shigo. I'm gonna be Shigo.
Disney movies than Nickelodeon movies.
The Disney movies popped. I still watch Disney
Disney
movies to
movies
this
is like,
day.
front and center popcorn snacks.
Yup, I love a good Disney movie. Another, but the movies that are underrated, I think, are Disney's Pixar movies. Pixar is awesome. Up didn't get the praise that it needed. I
Yeah.
loved Up. It's such a cute movie. All those pretty colors. I think that's probably why I liked it. All right, so yeah, I've decided to go with a bodysuit, obviously, for Michelle, because it seemed like it might be fun. But I think I still am going to incorporate some type of like camouflage in here. I just don't, do I have another blue? Let me see. I can always add white to it. All right. Yeah, she's cute. Can you see him?
No, that's you.
Yeah, so everybody, my dog is passed out on the floor. And he knows when he's being spoken about. What you doing? uh, don't be watching me sleep. He's a mess. That's my son. He is, let's see, he's about 9, 10 years. No, 9. I think he's 9. Yeah. Where you going? Yep. Found a good spot. He's in a good place. All right. Come on, Michelle. She actually looks more like a Power Ranger. Maybe that's what I'll do. Ooh, Power Rangers would be fun. But I would have to do the...
No, for like 2 seconds.
Right, yeah. See that? Looks like they're 20%. It was that pull for there's no dummy damage from those from the fashion.
All right, Michelle. I'm gonna have Miss Beyonce in the front, so I'm gonna have to stop her leg here. So I don't have to paint that in twice. Stop right there. And then come back down over here.
That reminds me of the, I forgot what they're called, the Power Rangers.
That's what I was saying. I kind of almost want to go Power Rangers with it because...
What were they called? No, the villains, but it was like always a group of them. They were like all girls.
Buddies.
There we go. They never talked. They were just like. My Saturday morning growing up.
Okay, so we got one. Oh, well, I forgot a foot. Just threw a foot in here. Whoop. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm yelling at Carrie in my head, but I actually do think I have this piece. I think he gave it back to me. Carrie, do you still have my, I don't know what to call it, the tray? The tray? I think you gave it back to me. I'm almost positive you did. It's somewhere around my house. Let's see. What else? What else? Ooh, let's do since she got I'm going Power Rangers with it, kinda. I'm gonna give her the big eyes. Kinda like Spider-Man. I'm a superhero. I could try. I was also watching Marvel movies earlier, so I'm really torn about what I'm painting right now. I'm going from, I'm a survivor to now that looks like Spider-Man. She's dope though. She could come invade my planet any day. right here. Isn't
Oh,
she
okay.
cute?
Intimidating.
She out here just she living her best life. Come on now. She does look like she could kick some butt. We're just gonna give her a little bit of hair. She don't even need a lot. That's better.
A little less intimidating.
I like her. She's kind of cute.
Okay, say yes, I am here. That'll-
Carrie, I'm claiming that you stole my tray, but I'm kind of taking it back now because I think you actually did give it back to me. But if you didn't give it back to me, then I want it back still. Ah. Let's see. Alien meets Beyonce. You know, I'm here for it. Let's make Beyonce orange.
Meets Power Ranger.
We're being creative. Everybody else, you guys can all go your path. You want to be a little more serious. That is all you. It is Friday night. I've been watching Marvel movies all day. I'm actually going in order. I think I'm on Age of Ultron. I think that's the one I'm going back to. So I just been watching. I'm a big nerd. And I watched something on TikTok the other day that it kind of really blew my mind. Did you know? Did you know that Harry Potter is just Star Wars with wands instead of lightsabers? And it made me sad. It made me sad because they showed the two of them right next to one another, and it hurt my heart.
The whole series was just a dream. That remember, like the first movie, he was in his well, the first book too. He was like in the closet
Yeah.
under stairs and like fell asleep or something. And I think they were saying the whole series was pretty much him dreaming of him escaping his wife, and he made up the whole wizard thing because
Oh.
he hated his parents or his uncle, whoever was taking care of him. Which made me even more sad. I'm just like, dang, oh, I don't think I could do that.
No, they did. They had him compared to Star Wars. They said the uncle didn't want him to, find out what the dad did,
Which is
which is true.
very true.
They just had too many comparisons, and as I was watching, I was just thoroughly upset because I'm a big Star Wars fan, huge Harry Potter fan. I'm actually supposed to be going. Well, I don't know if I'm still going, but originally I was supposed to be going to. I don't even know what it's called.
Disney World?
It's at Universal, but LeakyCon. But it's like it's what is LeakyCon? It's like going to the comic book convention for Harry Potter people. Exactly. I had no idea it was a thing either.
It's talking about something at Universal or
Yeah, no, I've been to Universal a few times and they just added a new ride. It was Hagrid's ride. It was great. It was, it was great. I was telling you when I went down there to go see my sister for 2 weeks, I said I might not be coming back. I might just stay down here. I found out how remote I really could be at.
how was it?
I went. What was that? Like a month ago. I thought it was going to be real strange with COVID and everything, but actually, the way that they run the theme parks at Universal now is the way they need to be run. Period. Yeah. They put a cap, but it's like a loose cap on how many people can come in a day. At the end of the day, they still want to make their money, but there's a loose cap at the top of how many people can come in. Before you go into the theme park, they do the thermometer, make sure you test, check everything. This is what got me. This is what I loved, and I got amusement out of, like the people who were a little dirty, didn't want to deal with anything. Before you get on any ride, before you get in the ride, there's 6 foot distance in between each thing, and that goes in the line, and that goes so far as to, how the lines go like this. I'm talking about they skip this one and put you here, skip this one, put you here. So they don't put a lot of people in the line. All the lines are like 15 minutes for the most part anyway, because there's not a lot of people in the park. So they have you going around like that. When you get up to the line where, where you're about to get on the ride, they put hand sanitizer in your hand. The person who's running the ride puts hand sanitizer in your hand. All of that is happening. So you put it on there, they clean the seats down, you put some on after. This is what got you though. The people who didn't want to do the sanitizing, you could tell, because I was in line at King Kong. The lady put hand sanitizer in my hand. I put it in my hand, rubbed it around. The lady behind me, who was being a little disrespectful the entire time that we were in the line, the lady goes to put the hand sanitizer in her hand. I guess she let it kind of like slide off her hand and hit the floor, and then just took the excess and rubbed it on her hand. The lady at the front was just like, come back. I need to see you rub it. I was just like, that's her. I like her. And they did that a few times. So if you ask me, the way that they're doing the Universal, and my guess is they're probably doing the same thing at Disney, because they're not trying to catch no charge. They don't want somebody to come down with COVID at Disney World or Universal. They got to shut down. So they're actually doing a pretty good job. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Oh, Boomer, relax. Come here. Come on. We're going to paint. You coming up? Come on. There you go. You like to paint with me. And by paint with me, I mean you like to get in my way. And that's fine. I love you too.
One of her Destiny style women have Prince shoulder pads.
I love it. I love it. I want to see these. Somebody share them with me. Yes. Send them to me. I would like to see them. I'm sure you all's looks much better than mine, since I'm going basically the Universal Spider-Man. I don't know what I'm doing. It's Friday. It has been a long week. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna give Beyonce some cleavage. She fancy. We know this. Oop. Okay. I'm really not sure where I'm going with this thing anymore. Because she looks like she belongs at a rock concert with her shirt open like this. I just don't know. Oh man.
Give me a second.
Oh no.
Tina Turner.
Yes.
Only because I just watched that movie like a couple weeks ago.
Eat the cake, Annie Mae. That is funny. I was thinking Prince just because
That
of the
too.
purple.
That too.
Like, oh, Prince, I've just stolen this outfit straight out of your wardrobe.
Heels gotta be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think the heels would have to be just a little bit higher. And you can't leave the guitar out. Can't go anywhere without the guitar. Oh, excuse you.
Glad spring is here, but these allergies.
Yeah,
Full force.
I felt them this morning. I mean, not this morning, this afternoon when I went out with Boomer. Oh yeah. I was like, oh, this is different. This is a different.
Snow.
When are the cicadas supposed to come so I know when to hide?
I'm excited. I think it's supposed to be here in April.
Oh God. Look, you might be excited. The last time I saw a cicada, it was in my hair, and some boy in my whatever class that was just in there like, ah, and I'm not helping you get it out. Casey O'Brien, I still remember his name. Made me upset. I was like, Casey, if you don't get this cicada out of my head.
2004 was the last time it's supposed to happen again.
I was in sixth grade in 2004.
2004.
I was 12.
I was 14. So what's that?
2004, 92,
That's a lot of math.
2002, 10, 12. Okay, 12. That was a lot of math. I had to think real hard on that one. Oh, yeah. She's cute. You just give her a little X, a little cross for the hatch. There you go. Close it up. All right. Who's the last one? What color I got? I could do purple, but she might be too close to the background. I'm gonna make another pink one. I like the pink. I'm gonna have two pink aliens. She cute. No. No. What fun is that? All right. Yeah. She's bright. You need red pink. That would have been nice. Okay, we'll do white. Ooh. I love a good biker short onesie. Give her some shorts. Oh yeah. What's wrong, little man? Oh man. Okay. I wanted red, but I don't even have red. But that's okay. Oh yeah. Put her in pink. Okay. Pink. We are almost done with this fabulous Beyonce meets Powerpuff meets Alien Invaders meets. She's met a few people on this journey. But it's Friday. We having fun. We're not being serious. We just want to use some colors, brighten up our spaces, reflect on what we've been on through this year. Come on. All of us have been surviving. All right. She's giving me lima bean, but you know, we're gonna clean her up. Oop. Oh man. Okay. Um, so as far as finishing this piece up, you know, obviously after we've finished all three of our characters and everything that we want to do with them, I've added survival to the top of this, and I added it in this similar font to, you know, what we had posted on our Instagram account, just because I liked it. I liked the font, but I also wanted to put survival up there, so number one, I knew what I was referencing in this photo. But also just to mark the fact that we it's literally been a year since the pandemic, since everything shut down. It's been a year since we closed our doors, and we are coming back together to just to do something fun. So I will be marking this with a date as well as the word survival. So I know that exactly when that word survival means the most to me. Oh yeah, she's cute. I think I might close this up a little bit, make it. One thing that you can do, what I've learned with paint, what's so fun about paint is that you can paint down one layer and then paint something above it, and now it looks sheer. It looks like you, it's just the duality of playing with textures and everything. Paint is so fun. All right. Let's give this lovely lady a little face. Let's see. I didn't even mean to paint in her hands. Didn't mean to do them. I'm gonna have to clean that one up. Didn't mean to paint her little fingers pink. I will clean that up once that dries up a little bit. But anyway, let's just clean up this lady's head. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with this little girl. Give her a little curl. Oh, little top. Just give her some. She needs another layer of that pink, but that's okay. And let's give her some purple eyes. Who, me? I didn't freeze. I'm so sorry.
No, since she's in that one pose, it looks like she's freezing.
Oh, okay. Because I did it again where it like blinked. I was like, oh no.
My bad. Let me move.
No, you good, you good.
Look. I'm gonna move. Let's give her a little better of a little tater tot on here. Give it a little bit more finger wave type action. It kind of looks like an Alien Beatles cover. It's just a little bit of everybody. All right. So we want to put March. Today's the 12th. Let's get fancy with it.
Ricky called hers Viva La Vida.
Viva la Dita. You said 12, right? It looks a little bit. And your last little thing, which I've always got a ding for as being an artist, is I don't sign my own pieces. I do sign them. I normally sign the back, and everybody tells me to sign the front. Yeah, I've gotten criticism from curators who tell you to sign the front, and then artists tell you, well, I don't. Some artists will tell you that they sign the front, and some artists will say they sign the back just because they don't want it to interrupt the flow. I mean, everybody does what they want to do. Oh yeah, for sure. We're just gonna sign right up there in the front. I forgot the bottom of her feet. So we're gonna add just a little bit of that real quick. And add the bottom of her shoe, which will make pink since she's got on pink. Woohoo! She's kind of cute. I don't care. It's different. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't just like really painted just to paint. That's fun. I love that. But yeah, everybody, so that's how you take it from here to here to here. Yes. Oh. Yes, my baby. Yeah.
Well, I guess the last thing is just, tomorrow, Thrive Market.
Yes. So tomorrow is Thrive Market, right? Okay, yeah. So tomorrow we've got Thrive Market. I know that we've got some vendors coming out. I think international vendors. I think I heard there were about 14 vendors. I'm looking forward to that. We've got some artists and jewelry. So there's a little bit of everything that'll be out there. And you can do it from the comfort of your home, which is like tonight. You could do it from the comfort of your home. Everybody loves that. Look, you don't need to Netflix and chill that day. We've been Netflixing and chilling all year. Give Netflix a break. Give it a chance to reboot and stop asking you that silly question, are you still watching? No, you're not. You should be watching this. So we looking forward to having you there. And then we have a concert. So we've got a lot coming up this weekend, and definitely looking forward to tuning in. Okay, I'm Hillary Hilltop. I'm working here with Creative Suitland as a project coordinator and for the placemaking initiative here at Suitland. We're actually in the process of we're still taking applications for the parking lot mural, and that'll be going down in a few weekends, and at least the beginning of it. But we do have a rolling deadline on that. But again, I'm Hilltop. I paint color, I paint women, I work with crafts, I do body paint. What else do we do? I love to work with cardboard. I actually work for an architecture firm for my 9 to 5. I work in marketing, and marketing bled into interior design and space planning, and that's actually what got me involved with creative placemaking here at Suitland, because master planning is fun when it's for everybody, but creative placemaking is for artists, and I'm an artist, so you get to put a little bit more of your heart into it. So I've really enjoyed being here at Suitland, and I love the fact that I got to paint with you all tonight. So again, make sure that you check out all of the things that we've got going on at Suitland this weekend. We're looking forward to having you all. I am Hilltop. I will see you all this weekend. And good night.